you're in a place where I was like 4 years ago before I started PCS, where I was helping all types of businesses, and like I can give you good advice. I can give you solid advice on different types of businesses, but when I realized that I really want to help people who want to really monetize their knowledge, then that's when things really started taking off. And I feel like you're in a similar place, that it's your marketing would hit a lot more if you went down the same path. Like instead of marketing it as I can help all businesses do, start or grow, it can be like, if you have some type of experience or knowledge and you want to learn how to monetize it through books, through speaking engagements, through coaching, through, courses, right. I got you. I'm your girl. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's going to be a lot and that's something that a lot about, is you're saying you're focusing your marketing efforts on specific niches. That's really what it is. That's all it is. You focusing on. So instead of just saying everybody with everything is this. Now that doesn't mean somebody who owns a restaurant or somebody who want to start up an e-commerce business can't go to you and you can't give them some good pointers and coach them. That doesn't mean that. What that means is I know I have something in my heart that I can help you with. Like there's a lady that came to me today that would have been great for you, right? Because she was, she didn't really have that much money to spend. She only had about $600-700, but she was like, I want to motivate the world. And she's like, I want to do books. I want to do like a podcast. I want to do, she's like, I want to do coaching. I want to, I want to speak. That type of person would be great for you. Like you need to find people like that, to where they just know in their heart, they want to help share what they know. And you show them how to do it through different products and services. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it'd be a lot easier for you to do that because you know it. You know what I'm saying? You know it. This is what we do. You know what I mean? And when I made that decision, it made it so much easier for me to really like pinpoint who I wanted to help. Cool. All right. So you are bringing in people one-on-one, and it's not a cohort, right? You said it's just one-on-one. Okay.
Nah.
Perfect.
Test it out. This is gonna be like my test phase and see everybody, and then I'm just gonna build upon it, eventually back up to high ticket. But what I'm gonna do is just like next month I'm gonna probably do like try and
just be real. Yeah, rebuild it back up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Rebuilding it back up.
And the thing is, the whole thing is this is the first year that I have been consistent. I know like second quarter usually my ink is where I fall off. Like last year, I know I fell off big time, and because the car situation is now. This year, I'm not. No matter if I left my job, I'm still one of these to go forward. I already got a game plan. My mentee is strong, sending out emails.
Good.
And we already figured out next week we got the whole game plan for the bulk for Kajabi. So I'm glad you still talked to that tip.
Let's throw a number out. Don't overthink it. Let's throw a number out. Can you do 10 appointments a week? That's 2 a day. 10
is my favorite number, so I'll say 10.
Boom, 10. So there you go. That's what you're shooting for. 10 appointments per week. Because if you can get 10, 2 or 3 of them may not show up. Do the follow-ups, but expect some people not to show up or reschedule. That's okay. That's part of the game. Kobe don't cry when he misses a shot, right? LeBron don't cry when he misses a shot. It's part of the game. Now, however, if you focus on getting on a call with 10 people, I can virtually guarantee, I'm very, very confident that you should at least be able to get 1 client, especially at your price point, because you already got the confidence on the phone. You got the structure, the strategy. You're getting better each and every week just at sales. So at that point, if you can get yourself on a phone with 10 people a week, you should be able to at least close minimum at least 1 person per week, or at least 1 every 7 to 10 days, 7 to 14 days. So I'm very confident that you'll at least be able to do that. Cool. I'm pretty sure you could probably get a client a week if you focus on 10. If you get less than 10, then you gotta be able to eat that, right? If you're like, damn, this week I was only able to do 3 because I had to drop Lyft, I had to do that. Whatever the excuse is, you know what it is. But then you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So whatever it is, whatever the reason is, just realize that. Just get back on the horse next week. And if you got 5 this week and you didn't get 10, then focus on getting 10 next week. You know what I mean? And just keep doing that. And when I started focusing on let me keep putting myself in position in terms of the appointments, like I feel confident when I'm on a call with somebody. I know the play to run when I'm on a call with somebody. But sometimes if I'm letting things fall through the cracks and I'm not getting on calls, that's the problem. Right. So
what is your advice with my goal is to hit 100K, but I mean one thing that Kendall did say, you are gonna have a millionaire mindset. Now if I don't hit the 100K this year, should I beat I should beat myself up.
Yeah, you already know I ain't ever gonna tell you to beat yourself up. So what's the question?
I mean, but is it considered a failure or whatever?
Nah, it ain't a failure. Yo, you know how many years I wanted to make 100K a year? And I didn't do it. Like I've been wanting to make 100K like ever since I started. The first year I wanted to make 100K. The second year, and I made 0, like for my first few years. And then the next year I did a little better, and I made like 20K that year. And each year just kept leveling up and getting better and better and better. You know what I mean? So with that, it just made it a lot easier for me to. Just over time, it just got better. So don't ever beat yourself up, but always realize why you didn't hit the goal. And that's important. You need to always realize what happened. Okay, I didn't hit 100K this year. I looked at my numbers and I only made 60K. Okay. Now why did I only make 60K? Okay, because I only got X amount of clients. Okay. Well, how much did I charge? Right? Because making a certain amount of revenue is not necessarily a certain amount of clients. The numbers got to add up. I could have more clients than you, but you could be making more money than me because of what you're charging. You feel what I'm saying? So don't beat yourself up, but understand why and say, okay, last year I wasn't really charging that much for my services. So let me double that, or let me charge more. Okay. What happened? I'm looking at my numbers each and every month, which is why metrics are important. Okay, for me to hit $8,400 a month, which is six figures, right? For me to hit $8,400 a month, I should have got X amount of clients based on what I was charging, and I should have had X amount of appointments based on the goals that I need to hit. Well, I'm looking at my numbers every month and I keep hitting half of that. Okay, so now this year what I'm going to focus on is, let me make sure that I hit my numbers, which is why it's important. What I was just telling you is to focus on the amount of bookings, because if you put yourself in position to have those appointments, the numbers are in the revenue is going to work itself out on the back end. It's going to work out because you got the skill set and you're getting better at the skill set. But you got to I don't care how great you are. If you can't talk to people, you still won't make any money. You can be the greatest salesman in the world. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what's important, is like, pay attention to those numbers. When you track it and you come to me, you say, yo, coach, I'm hitting my numbers, but my sales are low. Now we can work on sales. Or if you say my leads are low or my appointments are low, we can work on appointment. Now I can be a better coach to you when you come to me with more accurate data. You know what I mean? So some things to keep in mind. And then the more revenue you make and the more consistent that revenue comes in, then you can cut your hours back. You know what I mean? So that's the blessing that you have with Lyft, is that you can. It ain't like I got a 40-hour job and I'm just gonna tell my boss that I gotta work half now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't just tell my boss I'm gonna work half the time now because I got a business that's flourishing. That wasn't the flu. It was literally all or nothing. There was no in between. So the blessing that you have is that you have it in between. You can pull back when you start making more money and spend more times doing the right things, right? And then you can slowly just replace that, and your skill set. Like, never underestimate skill set. Like, I talked about it and Kendall talked about it. Like, never underestimate that you're becoming a better coach. You know what I mean? Like you really are doing it. When you focus on that and your listening skills get better and your communication skills get better, you're going to start noticing even the people that you're helping, you're going to get way better testimonials. You're going to get way better, results from people. And it's just because you're getting, and I already know it's getting better, just even from you, like just being part of, you know, like the mentorship. I'm already noticing your listening skills. Like you listen a lot, way more now. Just even over the last few months, I've been peeping it. You listen a lot more than you talk now. And that's very interesting, right? Like, especially because you, like me, I love talking too. You know what I mean? But I love the fact that your listening skills have gone way up. And now you're responding way more intelligently to people in a way where you don't have to talk a million miles a minute. You can say exactly what needs to be said at the right time because you really heard the person that's in front of you.